So the question is not even the how. The question was, who is Raila to give instructions to a cabinet minister? So one person said the boss of Badi is William Ruto. Do you know William Ruto's boss? William boss was Ruto's life.
So you want to tell me that Mbadi's boss is William Ruto, and then so William Ruto has a boss.
William Ruto has a boss.
The boss is none other than Raila Odinga.
Raila is boss. What other logical reason do we have?
A very good evening and welcome back once again to Bonita Media. I know tumezoea kuzungumza Kiswahili tangia tuanze. Tumekuwa tukizungumza Kiswahili lakini hatujawahi kufanya interview yoyote. Na kulingana na jinsi ambavyo pia nyinyi mlikuwa mna request, I heard your request and right now I'm having one of the greatest analysts, that is a political analyst. His name is Joachim. I'm going to give him time to at least say hi and then introduce himself before we enter into our discussion. Mr. Joachim, karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The viewers, I know they have, this face is familiar to them. My name is Joachim, Governance Advisory and Political Analysis Expert, and today we are just here to delve into what is happening around the country as far as politics is concerned. And I'm happy to be here. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Joachim. Before we get into a discussion, because a lot of things have happened. A lot of things that happen in the country, you know, people being arrested, people being lied to. I want to ask you this question, that is it true to say that when you fall in love with the pot, or when you fall in love with the soup, you should be ready to lick the pot?
I think it's a logical decision to also lick the pot because it still has some soup that you are in love with.
The reason why I'm asking you that question is considering how things have happened in the country.
Yes.
Like we elected this government thinking that this is the best government that can serve us the way maybe we thought. And then at the end of the day we come to realize that things are not the same.
President William Ruto, he had the opportunity to be in the Guinness Book of Records as the best president. But as we speak, he has squandered all that opportunity. 3 months after he was sworn into office, his big job was to take care of very fundamental and basic things to the Kenyan people. He was just to take care of the cost of living. He was just to take care of the basics, education, healthcare. But what he did, he decided to be the opposite of what he told us he would be. And one of the difficult positions you will ever find yourself in is promise someone who has nothing. When you promise someone who has nothing, you become the only thing to those people, to that person. So President Ruto promised people who have nothing. The people, the cart pushers, mama mbogas, watu ya mkokoteni. Those are the people who only live today. Akibaki na change mpaka anashangaa, hey, leo nimelala na change. It's not something usual to them. And President Ruto told them that he will make their lives better. He will make them afford life without straining. And they believed it. To the people who supported William Ruto in the election, they truly believed he will change their lives for the better. Today they are disillusioned. They don't know what is happening. They are really trying to get to the gist of everything. What happened to the plan that the president talked about a lot when he was campaigning? What happened to the diapers that were to be provided to children under the age of 3 months? Where are the jobs for the young people
that he promised?
Where are the economic charters for women? Where are the 6,000 to 8,000 tractors that he was to import so that they help us in agriculture. Where is the money that he talked about he will give to Galana Kulalo? What has happened? He said he will not use police and security apparatus to terrorize opposition. What is happening? We can see him doing the exact same things he said he will not do. Now the problem he has is that the people he promised, they have only him, and they are very bitter with him. The only thing President Ruto can do, as we speak right now, is to accept that Kenyans are fed up with anything he does. Because there is nothing genuine he has done. Nothing. I can tell you, these projects he's saying he has done, the latest one, the Mukuru Kwanjenga,
the estate, calling it estate.
Said affordable housing.
Yeah.
I took time and went there myself yesterday. At the gate I expected that I will find 1,000 people celebrating the houses.
The houses.
Like you've come from a Mabati, an aluminium apartment, and now you are living on the 4th floor.
You are climbing stairs as you go.
Yes. It's actually in lifts that you can press, just stand here and you find yourself. Yes. I expected to find people who are very happy, praising William Ruto. But what I found was the exact opposite of what I expected. And one of the women was saying, I was given the key yesterday. I need to access the house. And I heard the security person say that no, you go, you will come back as you were told after 10 days.
Wait a minute. So these people were taken to Mukuru and then used, and then after that, they're chased, they're sent away, and then the houses are kept now for the real owners.
Yes. Another thing I found out. So there is one gate at the main road, then you go in, then there is another gate. So at that gate I found a middle-aged woman. From the outlook, she doesn't look like she's from Mukuru. She was with her daughter. I looked at the daughter and I said, I said to the guy I had, these people cannot be from Mukuru. Then they were expecting some visitors, some other 2 ladies joined them. And they went into the gate and went towards the direction where the houses had been given out. And from the dress code, they stay in those houses.
They stay in the houses?
Yes.
Okay, you can't tell me that within a day, you've already made arrangements and now you're living in that house? Is it possible?
It's very much possible. But the only problem I had was at the time of the launching of the houses. That woman who took a picture with the President Ruto, they had a conversation in her house. I was wondering, it is when she's being given a house, but the house is already furnished.
Already furnished.
With the leather seats, expensive looking curtains. And this woman is saying she's from Mukuru Kwanjenga. My friend, it is not to undermine the people of Mukuru, but I've stayed in Mukuru. I know the lifestyle there. When you go to Mukuru Kwanjenga and give someone 100,000 today, they will not think about the sofa set. They will think about other things that are more pressing. Most probably, we mtu ataenda ushago. But this woman who claims she came from Mukuru, she's seated on a black leather seat with the president, and behind them, very nice looking curtains. When did they set up that? It tells you that was a soap opera. That was a stage. They were acting, and as I tell you today, as you can take an Uber or a vehicle and go there. See for yourself. You know, I didn't want to come here and talk about things that I've heard in the media. I wanted to be there.
To confirm by yourself.
To confirm by myself. And I can tell you, Kenyans are on their own. You are being taken for a ride. Nothing is as it seems.
Things are different, completely.
Very different.
From the way we see them.
Yes. There is no genuine effort to to provide service to the Kenyan people. Any program that comes up is an opportunity to eat for the political elite.
For how long, Mr. Joaquim, for how long will we continue like that? When you try to look at what happened with George Natembeya, like right now you can't oppose the government. You can't say anything negative about this government.
I want to tell you that everything that has every source of conflict around the world, whenever you see two communities are fighting, two people are not in good terms, at the center of that feud, there are people who are getting a lot of money out of this mess.
The mess between Natembeya and
the whole mess in this country. When a sugar factory like Zoa Sugar is not working, there is someone who is benefiting greatly out of it. When people are poor, there is someone who is benefiting out of the people's poverty. Maybe by using the money that is meant for those people. So when you come up with a narrative that is meant to awaken the people, a narrative that is meant to make things work and bring order, you become their enemy number one. And it has made the government lose its attention to important things. I think the energy they used to arrest Natembeya and arraign him in court and deploy a lot of police officers, I think if they used that energy on making sure that healthcare is working, education is in good terms, there is rule of law, I think it will be better.
But they're saying that it is working.
Have you ever seen Safaricom say that M-Pesa is working? They don't have to tell you. You know it for yourself. We are the people. We are the ones who should be telling them Sha is working. When Uhuru Kenyatta came up with the idea of Huduma centers, did you ever hear the government come and say Huduma centers are working? No.
People are seeing.
People saw.
Yeah.
What is the ID? Huduma center iko pale. Uko na 100, yes, nenda utahudumiwa kila kitu. Iko na police desk, iko na cyber, iko na kila kitu. In 30 minutes
you are done.
You are done. Wanakuambia in 2 weeks kujia ID.
Is it possible to do that right now?
It's not possible because you will never get efficiency in a place where inefficient people are in charge.
Can you repeat that?
You will never get efficiency in a place where inefficient people are in charge. We have profiteers in office. However good something can be, if they are not getting money out of it, it's nothing. We have a president in office who have never gone out of his way to do something that is benefiting people and not him.
So everything that he does,
it is about him. Let me ask you, the affordable housing. Tell me any young person that is supplying anything.
No one.
Who is supplying blocks?
Is the one.
The lighting, the cable. Who is doing all that?
Our mighty man.
You know, he has made a country his customer. That anything the government does, it's him who knows who is getting what and how.
And if he can do all these things, then what is the need of him going to say that he's going to look for the contractors, only for the investors outside? Why can't he just do all these things?
Saa hii tunaongea tunasema rai sijui ananunua nzo ya sugar. Hiyo rai ongeza S hapo mbele.
Rais.
Sio rai. Rai in the front page.
Kuna S nyuma.
Yes. So, do you know when you impoverish people, you become their only hope, so that you can go to them and tell them, hey, I'll build houses for you. Because you know they are not in position to build themselves.
Okay.
You can go to them and say, hey, I will bring water here. Because you know they cannot access water. And it's not because out of anything else. You've done everything to put them in that position. That you cannot afford food, not because you are hardworking, but because someone else is best suited to benefit from hard work. The feud between the people and their government is because people are wondering, we are working so hard, but we are not seeing the fruits of our labor. But we can see it on other people. Somebody who joined government the other day is buying a chopper worth hundreds of millions. Then what is it that you are doing that we are not doing? And the government has not realized that it is very dangerous to be the only rich person in a place where majority are poor. Somebody said that the day democracy will end is that the poor people will demand wealth of the rich and democracy will give it to them. Crooks will demand power and political offices and democracy will give them, will give it to them. That when those crooks get into power, there will be the most benevolent dictatorship. And that's the time when democracy will die. As we speak, in this country, we have given crooks offices of influence. And you can see how things are working. Any dissenting view is not taken as look at this person and say, hey, he's saying there is something wrong with the education. Can we check and see what is wrong with it? President Ruto said that during his campaign, that all his life, he has gone through the Kenyan education system. He's never gone abroad. So when he came in, instead of helping this Kenyan education system to work, help other people become like him, he's making it, killing it. I don't know what informs his decisions, but when they announced that President Ruto had become president, I felt so bad. Not because Raila had lost, although I supported Raila in the last election. But I felt bad because I knew the capability of the president that was coming in.
And what is going to do?
I knew he's a president who has a lot of capability to take this country very far in our direction. So
he has the capability of taking this country very far.
In a wrong direction.
But in a wrong direction.
Yes. Kenyans are making noise because they are sure, they are clear in their mind that we are moving forward in a wrong direction.
That's right. That's why people are making noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, they are making noise that the people are very bitter online. They are insulting them. They are using social media negatively. They are hateful towards their own government. They don't love their country. Why should you love a country that doesn't care about you? Boniface Mwangi was arrested in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Did you hear our minister what he said? He defended the Tanzanian government.
Yeah. And don't you think a foreign minister like now we have got Musalia Mudavadi, he's your brother by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Trying to defend a foreign country instead of defending his people.
It tells you what kind of country you are living in. Someone told me that when you want to know the attitude of the country towards everything, when you land in that country, the first thing you want to check is their central traveling place. The place that people go to find how to travel across the country.
Yeah.
When you find that country, that place is littered, people are not in sheds. They are doing their businesses or anyhow. That is the attitude of that country towards their workers. They don't care about their workers. From there, go to the hospital of that country. then look at the way the hospital is being run. Then you will know the attitude of that country towards women. 89% of hospital users are women. They are the ones who take their children to hospital. They're the ones who take their husbands to hospital. They are the ones who frequent hospitals. So if you do not equip hospitals well, you do not have a very good attitude towards women. From there, you go and check the ruling party. The headquarters of the ruling party. If you find an abandoned building where the Secretary General does not do meetings there, the President does not do meetings there, and the chairman of the party does not do meetings there, it tells you the attitude of that country towards institutions. Where is the headquarters of UDA? Have you ever been there?
I've never been there.
When was the last time President Ruto went there?
I don't remember, by the way.
When was the last time the Secretary General of UDA went to the headquarters? You go to other countries like Germany and you find their headquarters of the ruling party. It is a beehive of activities.
Very active.
Yes. That's where you find the Secretary General, the chairman, and the President comes there to hold meetings. We have offices, policy lead, agriculture, policy lead, education, policy lead, security. Those are the people who are the think tanks of the country, that this is the direction we should go to fix our education system. But if you find an abandoned building,
Building of a ruling party.
Of a ruling party of that country, do not expect any functional institution. That's the exact place there we are. All these offices, ESCC, Parliament, Judiciary, they are all not independent. ESCC has become a political hunting dog. That when you want to frustrate someone, you go to ESCC and then he's raffled around. That is it.
I've remembered something that one of the nominated senators, that is Oruoba, has been kicked out, has been fired from both the Senate, and now she's no longer IDA. And the claim is that she was seen with Fred Matiang'i.
You know, when you feed a python, one day it might swallow you. A wild animal remains wild animal.
Never changes.
It never changes. There was a time when we were making a lot of noise and telling the likes of Oruoba that, hey, you people, you are feeding a python. It is hungry now, it cannot swallow anyone. The day it will get powerful, the first people to swallow, it's you, because you are the ones who are close to that. It has come to pass. I told you, there is nothing that has ever surprised me with the actions of this thing. Mimi ile siku nitashangaa kama ningeenda Mukuru kwa Njenga nipate watu wa Mukuru wako kwa manyumba, ningeshangaa sana.
You say when you wake up uende Mukuru na upate wale watoto na wale wamama wenye nalia
wako kwa nyumba.
Wako kwa nyumba. Na hata kama hizo vitu vyao vitambara vyao wako kwa nyumba.
Ako kwa nyumba. Au naanzetu and say, at least he amesema kweli. But wakati nilipata hakuna, I was like, he's still the same.
But he's saying that he's working. Like I had him yesterday. I had him yesterday meeting Kamba people, saying that I don't know.
Why is a president meeting Kamba people?
See, he said that he gave 300 Kambas.
So what was the objective of meeting Kamba people? The job of the president is to meet intellectuals, people who can help him deliver. That today I met architects to discuss on how we can be best create connectivity within Nairobi. That Nairobi has become so congested that we need to come up with alternative routes so that we can ease traffic. And today I was meeting architects We have had a discussion. We will come up with a way of creating underpasses and overpasses, subways in Nairobi, and come up with a way of how we handle drainage. That's the job of a president. That today I met economic experts.
This is what we discussed.
This is what we discussed. And you are looking forward to achieve this. That today I met climate people who can tell us how best can we create a climate friendly country. That today I met spiritual leaders. But who did he meet?
But it's meeting spiritual leaders, and yet he's a pastor. Did you see him praying for
he destroyed a name for spiritual leaders. You know, right now when you see any spiritual leader meeting the president, inakuwa sasa inakuwa shida.
Unakutanaje na like what?
Why are you meeting our problem? Yes. Why are you meeting a person who has made it very, very his personal business to make our lives a living hell?
Talking about meeting, Raila Odinga is meeting has been meeting. He's going to meet the Senate today. Who is Raila? Raila going to meet senators. As who?
At Senate building.
At Senate building.
The issue we were discussing during break, I had Mwakideo on Radio 47 saying that Raila Odinga had given instructions to the Minister of Treasury, John Mbadi, to make sure that during this finance bill that is coming, to convert housing levy to a housing fund, so that Kenyans who are not going to benefit from the houses and they contributed money can access their money.
How?
So the question is not even the how. The question was, who is Raila to give instructions to a cabinet minister? So one person said the boss of Mbadi is William Ruto. Do you know William Ruto's boss? Your boss was Ruto's life.
So you want to tell me that Mbadi's boss is William Ruto, and then so William Ruto has a boss.
William Ruto has a boss.
The boss is none other than Raila Odinga.
Raila is boss. What other logical reason do we have?
Because by the way, someone like Raila Odinga going to meet senators and then giving orders to the cabinet.
Yes.
What does that mean? And he's very much silent. He's not even saying like,
you know, the budget for State House has really increased since this broad base.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because we have two heads of state.
We have two presidents.
Yes. Raila Odinga and William Ruto.
But Mr. Joaquin, why is it that whenever Raila Odinga meets with the people like Oburu Odinga, he says that they are in government, and then if they meet where Sifuna is, he's saying that anything that Sifuna says, that is it. Sifuna is the spokesperson of ODM.
Raila Odinga has mastered the art of unpredictability. That you cannot know for sure where he is.
And I remember you mentioning that when he was going to vie for the AUC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Art of unpredictability. He makes a statement that before you finish that statement, you might say, this is where he is. But when you wait for him to finish, then he leaves you with more questions than answers.
So when Raila speaks, you need to leave him to finish his statement.
For you to understand his politics, first kwanza punguza a lot of emotion of supporting. Unajua watu wako karibu na yeye, they are watu wanaia wanakuanga watu very emotional. They don't question, they just follow. But I took some steps back and said, wait. This old man, how does he do his things? So he was there and said, Sifuna is speaking the language of the party.
Yeah.
So when Sifuna speaks,
it's the party.
It's the party of ODM speaking. So you can feel very happy before he finishes. Anamaliza anasema lakini Sifuna upunguze kidogo.
You know, people did not take that statement very serious. Ati upunguze kidogo.
So, people who are in ODM and in support of government felt happy that Sifuna was told apunguze kidogo. People who are in ODM and they are not in support of this government felt happy that Raila said Sifuna is speaking on behalf of the party. So Raila is managing everyone. Manage them. So that you don't go overboard. You don't overhead or overlap it. Amewaweka hapo. Until the day when we will be able to organize ourselves and realize the amount of power we have, and that we can make a decision that favors us, that's the only day we will be able to control this people. But as it stands today, Raila knows that even if he comes back to opposition, he will take a very prominent position.
Yeah, he will. But now, Mr. Dokim, how can we do all these things? Like, how can people strategize themselves, organize themselves very well, and say now that this is the direction they want to do, they want to go, and these are the things that we want to do?
If you had a company, I saw it written somewhere, worth 10 billion, can you give it to William Ruto to manage for you?
The 10 billion will be gone. It will be gone.
So why are you giving him an opportunity to manage your future? When you go to vote, think about you. What is the need for you? That I am voting here. You know, what you need out of the vote is exactly the same thing that I need. So when you think about you, you are at the same time thinking about 50 million Kenyans. That one, we need good roads. Two, we need education that is working. That we can have guarantee of jobs when people come out of school. That we have a people that we can trust with our national resources. Then you look at the ballot box papers. Who among the options that you've been given can give you that kind of life? Because right now we have said a lot about Ruto must go. We have made it clear in everyone's head that he should be one term.
One term.
That's clear. The question is, what are we coming to do different?
Okay, we want it to be one term, but now what are we?
A one term is a reality.
And everybody knows that.
It is not a secret. It will come to pass. The biggest issue is, what are we doing? What do we do differently when we get a chance to be in government? You must understand why the government is not able to perform its duties, provide services, and provide a good life to people. It's the shortage with management. I think, which term do I use? Management of resources. How do we manage?
How do we manage resources?
I want to give you an example that when Uhuru took over in 2013 until 2023, government collected revenue of around 5 trillion for 10 years. Revenue internally, 13 trillion. Expenditure of government for the same period of 10 years was around 8 trillion. For the whole 10 years. So the deficit we had that could have necessitated us to borrow is only 1-point-something trillion, around 1.4. But in 2022, when Uhuru Kenyatta was leaving, he left us with 9 trillion debt.
9 trillion?
Yes.
Okay.
The question is, we only had a deficit
of 9. Of one, yeah.
How could you borrow 9? Okay, you borrowed. What did you do with the money?
With the money, okay.
That in 10 years you've been in office, we only see one project.
One project.